Hello and welcome to a new YouTube video. My name is Lucas and today what I got for you guys is just a few things that have caught my eye for the past week or so. Some things that have interested me. I figured I would share those with you guys. Just kind of do like a little roundup. Something similar to what I've done in the past. Haven't done it in quite a while. There's been quite a bit happening with the Supreme first collection, Palace, some Stussy stuff, some JJJJound collaborations, etc. So I'll touch on all of those. But before we do start, subscribe if you're new. The thumbs up button. You all know the drill by now. So as I said, first thing I'll talk about is the upcoming Supreme Spring Summer 23 season. Now this is Tremaine Emery's first full season with full control of Supreme and taking it in his kind of direction. Like I said, just basically full control as creative director or whatever you want to call his title now at Supreme. And personally for me, I thought definitely had some hits. It definitely had some misses as well. Most notably for the misses, I think the Kurt Cobain collaboration was just not very well done. I think it had a lot more potential, and personally it's just not for me. There was like a sweater and a couple other pieces, but it didn't really do anything for me. Like I said, it had potential, but I kind of had a feeling that it wasn't going to be for me, and then it just wasn't. So maybe I already had those preconceived notions going into it, but just not really my style. Just not a piece for me. Now, as normal for Supreme, my favorite pieces that they do are definitely their pants and their outerwear, jackets, sweaters, cardigans, so those kind of things. My favorite pieces, I would say, of the whole season are going to be the Cactus Plant Flea Market Tourist Varsity Jacket. Now, I don't know when it's releasing. It did not drop the first week, which kind of glad, because I don't know what the price is going to be. I would like to grab it. If I'm going to grab any piece from the Supreme season, this would definitely be at the top of my list. Now obviously we haven't seen what kind of collabs they're going to be doing. They usually announce the collabs a few days before they drop, and they'll just drop on that Thursday. But interestingly enough, they did show this collab in the lookbook and as part of their preview. Definitely would love to pick up either the purple or black one. I don't really have a preference. I think they're both very nice, very clean, very beautiful. Another jacket that I did like was this like clippy jacket. I think it was very well done. I think those jackets, that style is going to be really big this upcoming spring summer and heading into 2023, continuing onwards into the year. We have seen quite a few brands incorporate this kind of Class B clippy enclosement on the front of their jackets. I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I know I have seen a few. I'll try and post some pictures if I can find them. So I think that's going to be like trendy, kind of, maybe not like a trendy thing, but I think that's going to be popular amongst a lot of brands this year, and Supreme just did that as well. And like I said, pants, I do really like the double knee jeans that they did. Obviously it's nothing crazy, it's just a double knee jean, but I would love to pick up the black ones. I think they look really nice. I like how Supreme pants fit. I have just one pair of Supreme chinos and I love how they fit. Fits me very well, so hopefully I'll pick up those pants and maybe the varsity jacket depending on the price. I have a feeling it's going to be quite high, but so we'll see. And then Palace, of course, very popular in the streetwear community, skateboarding community. All those things have already done their first drop, and their second drop, I believe, of the season was today as I'm recording this, and they had their Camber collaboration. Camber, very good basic hoodies. I don't own any personally, but I've heard nothing but great things. The quality is top notch. I would love to pick up a hoodie or a shirt or something in the near future, but Palace collabed with them, did their thing. And again, Palace, I definitely would say one of my favorite like streetwear brands, has been for quite a while, and in my opinion they're definitely still at the top. You know, not the try for kind of hypebeast pieces, but they're more, I would say, like street style fashion pieces are amazing, beautiful. And on the first drop I actually picked up the knit cycling sweater, I believe it was called. Just waiting for it to arrive, hasn't come in just quite yet. I'll probably do a pickups video again in the future here. Got a few things coming in the mail. I went a little bit crazy over the past few weeks, which happens sometimes, but yeah, Palace, they've been doing a great job, and I'm very excited to see what they cook up for this year. Their collabs, especially 2022, were amazing. So I do expect to see great things again from Palace this year. Now, in my opinion, everyone's favorite brand at the moment, the resurgence over the past 5 or so years has been insane. Now that is Stussy. Obviously, been around for a very long time, kind of had a spike, and then they went down where they were being sold in like Zoomies and a mall brand essentially. And now I think they're back at their peak, the top of their powers. I love to see it. They've been doing an incredible job with everything, and they've done some incredible collabs over the past few months, last year, and one that they just dropped, I think it was last week or this week, was the Nike collab with the pennies. Personally, not the biggest fan of the pennies. I just couldn't really incorporate it into my wardrobe, into my style, but I do like this color that they dropped last week or whatever, whenever it was. like the brown and blue and black, but it was very nice, very well done. And I know I've seen people wearing them and they can style them very well. They look good on feet. They're not just like some chunky basketball shoe. So very, very nice. Then of course they had the apparel with the crew neck, sweatpants, the zip up jacket, which I thought was very nice. Probably the most sought after hyped piece of the collection. And again, my favorite piece as well. And then another Stussy collab that they've teased 5 or so days ago is a Stussy and Levi's collaboration. Obviously they've worked together in the past and they have a new collab coming out. I would imagine in the next couple of weeks they dropped a teaser video. There's been some images surfacing online. We're gonna have a pair of 501 jeans, probably the most popular Levi's cut of jeans. I love a 501 personally myself. And they also have, I believe it's a type 2 trucker jacket, denim jacket. Now the jeans have a nice big Stussy Levi's embossed logo on the shin. Interesting placement. I would like to see kind of how it looks in person, if it's like sturdy and stiff or if it's kind of forms to the denim. We'll see. And then the jacket has the same logo embossed on the back of the jacket, taking up almost the entirety of the back of the jacket. Like I said, I love a good 501. I would be tempted to pick up the jeans depending on the price. I feel like I need some more jeans. I don't really have that many jeans per se. I like my vintage 501s. I have Levi's Crafted and then Levi's vintage clothing. So like 3 pairs of jeans really, and they're all Levi's. So I would love to pick up a new pair. Something that has a little bit more to it, like I said, with the logo on the shin. But again, I'd have to see how stiff it is. Like in the pictures I've seen, it doesn't look too bad. It looks pretty good. It looks like you could move mobile, it would be comfortable. And then something I saw also in that teaser video was these like panda slippers that they were focused on for a abnormally long time for some reason. Maybe that's part of the collection somehow. Maybe it's just like a Stussy piece they're gonna put in there as well. But slippers, I don't know why they're in that video for so long, because the camera zoomed into them and then they kind of showed the guy looking at them. So I don't know what they're doing with those, but maybe they're gonna be part of the drop, who knows. And then the final thing I'm gonna touch on are a few New Balance collabs. One that has previously dropped this past weekend, I think today actually, and then another one, honestly I'm not too sure when it's dropped, but the first one is the JJJJound New Balance 991s in like the brown colorway, very similar colorway to the JJJJound collaboration that we saw on the 990 V3, the very first JJJJound New Balance collaboration a few years back, probably like 4 or 5 years ago now. He also did this colorway on the 992s as well. Now the 991s, I know they're very sought after, very popular. Made in the UK, a little bit of a high price point. I'm assuming the quality is gonna be great. I was lucky enough to grab a pair on the JJJJound website last week, but they haven't arrived yet. So I can't unfortunately give you guys a little review breakdown of them. I would have loved to, but again, like I said, I'm gonna do a pickups video in the future here. When they arrive, maybe at the end of February probably. So the JJJJound 991s also released today, this Friday, on like a more worldwide global release, which I love to see. I want to see people, if they want the shoe, I want to see them be able to get it, because nobody wants to pay resale, especially on the JJJJound shoes. They tend to sell for insane amounts, so hopefully everybody that was after the JJJJJounds is able to get them. And then another New Balance collab is one with Stone Island. Now they have done a few running shoes, I believe, in the past year or so. And this one, I'm just gonna pull up the model of it. So yeah, it was a New Balance 574 collaboration with Stone Island, like I said. Just like a brown, greenish colorway all over. And the only Stone Island branding was really on the tongue. They had the Stone Island badge. Everyone wants to get Stone Island for the badge, so it makes sense that for them to put it on the tongue. But in my opinion, it's very underwhelming. I feel like it's an easy cop-out to just slap the Stone Island badge on the tongue, also on the insole, but obviously you're not gonna see that when you're walking around in the shoes. So for me, this one was a miss. I do like Stone Island pieces. I had a couple, I sold them all. I don't have any at the moment, but I would like to pick up a few more, maybe some more older vintage pieces, some more jackets. So like I said, for me, and I love New Balance, like they do an amazing job on all their collaborations. The materials are very good. Most of the time, the execution and the creativity on the patterns, the color blocking, the colors, materials, etc. Like I said, very good. For me, this one it's lacking something. It's definitely missing. It's honestly, it's a cop-out, just putting the Stone Island badge on the tongue. It's kind of lazy in my opinion, and people are just gonna buy it strictly for that, which, fair play to New Balance. They're gonna sell. I'm looking at it right now. They sold out on the Canadian website. But that's pretty much all I have for today. Just a few things that caught my eye. I'm gonna do more videos like this again in the future. If some news comes out, something catches my eye, something I wanna talk about, something I wanna share with you guys. So thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you next time.